welcome back. I'm Ms. Rishika. In this video I'm going to show you the balance transactions of the journal for grade 9. So in the earlier videos I taught you all how to record the first two transactions when you purchase or sell non-current assets on credit and when you are writing off irrecoverable debt. So how to record the journal entries. Now this is a third transaction where you record the correction of errors in the journal. So whenever you found an error in the books of your business, you will be recording them in the journal. After that only you will be transferring them to the ledger account. So when it comes to correction of errors, there are two types of errors. The first one is the errors which is not affecting the trial balance. That means even though these type of errors are there, it won't affect the trial balance. The trial balance, when you are preparing after you balance off all the T accounts, it will get tallied even though these types of errors are there. So that's why it's called errors not affecting or not revealed by the trial balance. So the other type is the errors which is affecting the trial balance. That means because of these errors, when these errors are occurred, the trial balance won't get tallied. So there are two types of errors. Errors not affecting the trial balance, that means even though these type of errors are occurred, the trial balance will be tallied. You know what is the trial balance. Then the second type of errors are errors which is affecting the trial balance. That means these kind of errors, when these kind of errors are occurred, the trial balance won't get tallied. So first I'll show you all how to correct the errors which is not revealed or which is not affecting the trial balance. So there are 7 types of errors which is not revealed or which is not affecting the trial balance. So each one I'll explain. After that I'll show you how to write the journal entries. The first error is errors of transposition. This error is when the bookkeeper accidentally reverse the two adjacent digits when recording the transaction data. The adjacent means the digits which is near to each other. So the bookkeeper accidentally, if they reverse the two adjacent digits, that particular error is known as the error of transposition. That means, for an example, we sold goods for 123, but they have recorded as 321. That means the adjacent digits have been reversed. So those particular errors are called errors of transposition. Now I'll teach you how to record the journal. So for the first one, the error of transposition. I'll be using two examples. Okay, and I'll be doing workings for each. First, the example. So I have told you all the error of transposition means accidentally the bookkeeper, the amount, the adjacent or the digits which is near to each other, they have recorded in reverse. So example, rent paid on cash, rupees 123, recorded as, they have exchanged these digits and recorded as 123 has been recorded as 132 in both accounts. Okay, so in the workings it will be easy if I show you the workings in T accounts. Then after that I'll show you how to record them in the journal. Folio column is there, debit, pounds, credit, pounds, and the heading as journal. So what has happened, the rent which you have paid on cash, 123 pounds, the bookkeeper accidentally he has reversed, he has taken the number 3 digit front and he has written number 2 as in the ones units place. So he has reversed the adjacent digits. So 123 pounds he has written as 132. So first I'll show you how to record that in the T accounts. After that we'll correct the error. So what happens when you pay rent on cash? Rent goes up and cash goes down. So it will be recorded on the rent account on the debit side. We'll assume the error was found on 31st of March. Okay, so error was recorded in 123. They have recorded as 132. So here in the cash account it's there as 132, and in the cash account it has been recorded on the particular date as rent 132. We'll assume the rent was paid on 10th of March. So 10th of March, what they have recorded, they have paid only 123 pounds, but they have recorded as 132. So an amount has been increased. They have increased, they have written a larger number. Okay, they have written 132, but the actual amount is 123. So when you subtract, you will be able to see that you have 9 pounds. You have, the bookkeeper has increased 9 pounds and recorded in the book. So this 9 pounds does not belong in the recording or does not belong in particular account. So what you have to do, you have to cancel these 9 pounds. So to cancel, this 9 pound is there on the debit side of the rent account. To cancel, what you have to do, that 9 pound should be credited to the rent account. So that 9 pounds in the cash account, it's there on the credit side. To cancel, you have to debit the amount. So finally the error was found on 31st of March. So 31st of March it will be corrected. So 9 pounds which does not belongs to the transaction, it is recorded on the debit side of the rent account. So to cancel, you have to credit the rent account. In the cash account, it's there on the credit side. So to cancel it, you have to debit. Then you have to exchange. In rent account, you have to write cash, and in the cash account, you have to write rent. So we have corrected the error in the T accounts. Now I'll show you how to record them in the journal. So what you have to do, you have to correct the error of transposition, which the bookkeeper has written 123 pounds as 132. To correct the error, you have to debit the cash account 9 pound and you have to credit the rent accounts 9 pound. Now we'll record that in the journal. The error was corrected on 31st March. Cash account you have to debit and rent account you have to credit. So the amount is 9 pounds. How did you find the 9 pounds? The actual amount is 123 pounds, but they have recorded as 132. So there is an increasement between the amounts by 9 pounds. So only that 9 pound will be deducted from each account. And the narrative will be recorded: rent paid 123 pounds, recorded as 132 pounds, now corrected. Okay, so your narrative will be: rent paid 123 pounds, recorded as 132, now corrected. So what has happened? On 10th of March, rent was paid 123, but the bookkeeper accidentally he or she reversed the digits and wrote as 132 in both accounts. Okay, so that means normally when you pay rent on cash, rent will be debited and cash will be credited. So instead of 123, he have debited 132 and credited 132 to the cash account. So there is an increasement between the actual and the amount that you have recorded. There is a difference, 9 pounds. So that 9 pounds does not belongs to the rent or the cash account. So to cancel it from the rent account, which is on the debit side, to cancel it you will be crediting the rent account. The 9 pounds which is on the credit side of the cash account, to cancel it you have to debit to the cash account. So the entry will be: cash account will be debited by 9 pounds, rent account will be credited by £9. Okay, because the difference is £9. Only the difference you will be cancelling. And the narrative will be recorded as rent paid 123, recorded as £132, now corrected. Now I'll show you how to do another example. Here there was an increasement by £9. Now I'll show you how to record when there is a decreasement. Salary paid on a check, £530, recorded as £350 on both accounts. So it should be on both accounts. Then only it comes under errors of transposition. So workings. Sometimes working is for your use. That means to make you understand only I am doing the workings. Other than that, they are asking only the journal entries. So it's better you do the workings, because then only there won't be any errors. So the workings will be, normally when you are paying salary, you paid salary using a check on 11th May and you found the error on 30th May. Okay, the transaction was done, or you paid the salary on 11th of May, but you found the error on 30th May. Now I'll show you. Normally when you pay your salary on a check, the salary expense goes up, and when you are using a check to pay, the bank cash inside the bank goes down. So the normally salary account will be debited, and the bank account 11th of May 530 has been recorded as 350. That means they have recorded 350, 11/5, 350. Okay. So actually they have paid 530, but the bookkeeper accidentally he reversed the digits, adjacent digits, and wrote 350. So this is the transaction. This is the way that the bookkeeper has recorded. So he has debited salary account as bank 350, and he has credited bank account as salary 350. So the actual amount is 530, but he has written as 350. So there is a decreasement. He has decreased the amount by 180. Okay. So 180, which belongs to the salary and which belongs to the bank account, he has not recorded. So actual amount is 530. He has to record 530, but he has recorded, instead of 530, he has recorded 350. That means he has decreased the amount by 130. So because of its a decreasement, what you have to do, it's actually 530, but they have recorded as 350. So to make 350 into 530, you have to add 180. That means the 180, to make 350 into 530, this 180 should be debited again on 30th May. Salary account will be debited by 180, and bank account, to make 350 into 530, this 180 to add, you have to credit. Then you will exchange the names. In the salary account you will be writing bank, in the bank account you will be writing salary. So according to these transactions, what has happened? Salary was paid on a check 11th of May 530, but accidentally the bookkeeper has recorded into as 350. So normally when you pay the salary will be debited. The amount is 350. Bank will be credited 350. Actual amount is 530, but the bookkeeper has recorded as 350. 350. So what you have to do, 350 you have to increase into 530. There's a different 180. Okay, according to these errors, the difference only you have to record. So to make the salary 350 into 530, 530, you have to debit 180 to salary account. Bank account only 350 is there. To increase into 530, you have to credit 180. So this is the correction of error, where you have to debit the salary account by 180 and you have to credit the bank account by 180. Now I'll show you how to record the journal. The error was found and corrected on 30th May, and the salary account was debited. The difference, only the difference you have to write. The difference is 180. Then the bank account should be credited by 180. The narrative will be salary paid on a check, $530 recorded as $350, now corrected. Okay, so salary which should be 530, they have recorded 350, so 180 difference should be recorded again. So the correction of error is salary 180 should be debited and bank should be credited by 180. Okay, now we look at the next error type. The next error type is errors of original entry. This is also same like errors of transposition, but here the adjacent digits have been reversed. But here the amount can be less than the correct actual amount, or it can be larger than the correct actual amount. Okay. So the error of original entry means this is when an item is entered using an incorrect amount. Here it was reversed, the adjacent digits were reversed, but here according to the errors of original entry, where you record the incorrect amount. So for an example, I'll be doing two examples for this error as well. Example number 1, purchased goods on cash 10,000 was recorded as £1,000 on both accounts. Okay, so actual, this was done on cash 12th of March. The error was found on 30th of March. Okay. Now I'll do the workings and I'll show you how to record them in the journal. Okay. So what has happened? According to this transaction, they have purchased goods on cash 12th March 10,000, but the bookkeeper has recorded as 1,000 on both T accounts. So I'll show you as workings. What happened when you purchase on cash? The purchases increases, and when you purchase on cash, the cash decreases. So normally when you purchased on 12th of March, okay, the entry which the bookkeeper has done is 10,000. Instead of 10,000, he has debited 1,000 to the purchaser's account and credited 1,000 to the cash account. So actual amount is 10,000, but the bookkeeper has recorded as 1,000. I've told you this is exactly like the errors of transposition, but in errors of transposition, the reverse two digits are adjacent digits, but here it's not adjacent. The total amount has been decreased or increased. So 10,000 he has recorded as 1,000. So there is a 9,000 difference which you have to record now. So 10,000 has been recorded as 1,000. So 9,000, what has happened? The bookkeeper has decreased the amount by 9,000. So purchases which should be 10,000 is now 1,000. So to increase into 10,000, what you have to do? 30th March only you found the error. So to increase the 1,000 into 10,000, you have to debit the purchases by 9,000, and cash also on the credit side there's only 1,000, but the actual amount is 10,000. So to increase 1,000 into 10,000, on 30th May, 9,000 should be credited. So this amount, the difference 9,000 should be added. That's why it will be recorded on the same side of the account. So cash in the purchasers account only 1,000 is there, but it should be 10,000. So 9,000 should be added. To add only, we are writing on the debit side. In the cash account, actual amount 10,000 should be there, but it's only 1,000. So to increase 1,000 into 10,000, you have to add another 1,000. So you'll be writing in the purchasers account as cash. The cash account you'll be writing as purchases. So 10,000 purchase that you have done on cash, only 1,000 was recorded. So the balance 9,000 should be recorded to correct the error. So the error correction will be recorded. Only this amount will be recorded in the journal entry because that amount only belongs to the correction of error. So the 30th of March, on that day only they found the error to correct. So the correction of error will be, the journal entry will be, purchasers account will be debited by 9,000 and cash account will be credited by 9,000, and the narrative will be purchased on cash, purchases on cash, 10,000 pounds recorded as 1,000, now corrected. Okay, so what has happened? Actual amount is 10,000, but the bookkeeper mistakenly he has written 1,000. So to increase the 1,000 into 10,000, there is a difference of 9,000. That 9,000 should be recorded, should be added. So same 1,000 to increase to 10,000, 9,000 should be debited. In the cash account, 1,000 only there. So to increase it to 10,000, 9,000 should be corrected. So to correct the error, the journal entry will be purchaser's account will be debited by 9,000 because the difference is 9,000, and cash account will be credited as 9,000. So this is a decreasement. Now I'll show you how to correct the error when there is a increasement. Example number 2. Sold goods on cash 1,000, recorded as 1,000 on 10th of June, recorded as 10,000. Now there is an increasement. Earlier 10,000 was recorded as 1,000. Now according to this transaction, 1,000 has been recorded as 10,000 in both accounts. Both accounts, and error was found on 30th June. Now I'll show you the working and the journal entry. Okay, so when you sold goods on cash for 10,000, the actually what happens? Cash increases and you are creating an income called sales or revenue. So it will be recorded in cash account and in revenue account. Okay, so when you sold goods on 10th of June, okay, so the accountant 10,000 instead of 10,000 he has debited, instead of 1,000 he has debited 10,000. He has debited 10,000 to the cash account and he has credited 10,000 to revenue account. So here revenue, here cash. Okay, so this is what the bookkeeper has done. Okay, he sold the goods, the business sold the goods only for 1,000, but the bookkeeper mistakenly recorded the 1,000 as 10,000. So this is the bookkeeper's entry, but this is wrong. Why? Because he has increased, the actual amount is 1,000 but he has recorded as 10,000. So he has increased the amount by 9,000. So to make 10,000 into 1,000, what you have to do? You have to cancel this 9,000. So cash account, the amount which is on the debit side, 10,000, to make it into 1,000, you have to cancel the 9,000. So 9,000 means, to cancel what you have to do, you have to write on the opposite side. So here the error was found on 30th June. And the revenue 10,000, it should be actually the 1,000 amount is 1,000. So to make 10,000 into 1,000, you have to cancel the 9,000. To cancel what you have to do, it's on the credit side. To cancel, you have to debit it. And the details will be recorded in the cash account as revenue, in the revenue account as cash. So what has happened? The business sold goods on cash for 1,000, but the bookkeeper mistakenly has recorded the 1,000 as 10,000. So in black color I have written the bookkeeper's entry where he has debited revenue in the cash account 10,000 as revenue, in the revenue account as cash 10,000. So 9,000 he has increased which does not belong to the books. So you have to cancel. So cash which is on the debit side, to cancel the 9,000 you have to credit it. Revenue which is on the credit side, to cancel you have to debit the revenue account. So to correct the error, what you have to do, you have debited the revenue account and you have credited the cash account. But the amount will be the difference between those two amounts, that means 9,000. Okay, so to correct this error, the error type is error of original entry. When the error of original entry is occurred, to correct this is the double entry. According to the transaction or according to the example, the revenue account will be debited by the amount where you find by subtracting, and the cash account will be credited by 9,000. And the narrative will be sales on cash 1,000 recorded as 10,000, now corrected. So that will be your narrative, now corrected. Okay, so 1,000 only you sold, but they have written as 10,000. So 9,000 should be cancelled from the books. Now the next type of error. We have recorded errors of transposition and how to correct the error of original entry. Now we are going to do errors of principle. Error of principle is when an item is entered in the wrong class account. Now there are how many classes? There are 5 classes together: equity class, assets, expense, income and liability. So here what has happened, the error occurred when the item or the transaction has been entered in the wrong class. That means when you purchase an asset which should be recorded in the asset class, but you have recorded in the expense. That means asset has been recorded as expense or expenses recorded as asset, or sometimes income has been recorded as a liability or liability has recorded as an income. So, but I'll use only one example and give you an idea how to correct the error. So, error of principle is when an item or a transaction has been entered in the wrong class. For an example, purchased a motor vehicle on cash 20,000 was correctly entered in the cash book, but instead of motor vehicle account, accounts, it has been entered in motor expenses. Okay, so I'll show you the workings and how to record it in the journal. Okay, so we purchased the motor vehicle on 1st of January, but we found the error on 31st of January. Okay, so I'll show you. Now when you purchased, it affects 3T accounts. Okay, so when you purchased a motor vehicle, the motor vehicle increases, so it will be recorded in the motor vehicle accounts on the debit side, and when you are using cash to pay, it will be credited to the cash account. So actually what you have to do is, motor vehicle account should be debited and cash account should be credited. Now here it says it has been correctly entered in the cash account. So cash account entry is corrected, but instead of motor vehicles account, what they have done is they have recorded in the motor expenses account. So according to this transaction, it affects the asset class, but instead of the asset class, they have recorded in the expenses. So what they have done is, on 1st of January when you purchase the motor vehicle, they have correctly entered in the cash book, but without debiting or without writing on the debit side of the motor vehicles, they have recorded in the motor expenses account 20,000 as cash. So this is the error which they have done, the bookkeeper. Normally when you purchase the motor vehicle account, it will be debited to the motor vehicle account and it will be credited to the cash account. But here, according to this transaction, they have correctly entered in the cash account, but without debiting in the motor vehicles account, they have debited to the motor expenses. So what you have to do is, this 20,000 which does not belongs to the motor expenses, you have to cancel. So to cancel that 20,000 which is on the debit side, to cancel you have to credit it. To correctly entered in the motor vehicle account, that's exactly 20,000 should be debited to motor vehicles account. So 20,000 which should be recorded on the debit side of the motor vehicles account mistakenly they have recorded in the motor expenses account. So this 20,000 does not belong in the motor expenses account. So to cancel, you have to write off that on the credit account. So to correctly enter to the motor vehicles account, you have to debit to the motor vehicles account. So the credit entry is also there and the debit entry is also there. So the error was found on 31st. So the date will be 31st of March. You have to exchange the names. Debit entry is there in the motor vehicles account. Where is the credit entry? It's there in the motor expenses account. So here you will be writing motor expenses, and motor expenses account you can write motor vehicle. Okay. So what has happened? You the business purchased the motor vehicle. So the correct entry is motor vehicles account debit and cash account credit. They have correctly entered in the cash account, but mistakenly instead of motor vehicles account they have recorded in the motor expenses account. So to cancel that amount, you have to credit the motor expenses account and you have to record it to the motor vehicles account. So to cancel from the motor expenses, which is on the debit side, to cancel it you have to credit, and to record the motor vehicles you have to debit the motor vehicles account. So the journal entry to correct the error will be 31st of March. You have debited on the motor vehicles account. So the motor vehicle account will be debited by 20,000 and you have credited to cancel. Okay, here you are doing to cancel. You are crediting the motor expenses account to cancel and you are debiting the motor vehicle account to record it correctly. Okay, so motor vehicle, motor expenses account will be credited by 20,000 and your narrative will be bought a motor vehicle, recorded as motor expenses, now corrected. Okay, bought a motor vehicle but recorded as motor expenses, now corrected. So what you did? Errors of principle means when an item is written or recorded in the wrong class of the account, that means asset has been recorded as expenses or expenses has been recorded as asset. So I took only one example where the business purchased a motor vehicle on cash, were correctly entered in the cash book, but instead of motor vehicles account they have recorded in the motor expense. So normally when you purchase a motor vehicle account should be debited and cash account should be credited. They have correctly entered in the cash account, so there is no mistakes in cash account, but without recording on the debit side of the motor vehicles they have debited to the motor expense. So it does not belong to the motor expense, so you have to cancel. So to cancel you have to credit to the motor expenses account to cancel 20,000 and to record you have to debit the motor vehicles account. Okay, so the journal entry will be motor vehicles account debit 20,000, motor expenses account credit 20,000. Now complete reversal of entries. Our fourth error, complete reversal of entries. This is when correct amount is recorded in the correct account but on the wrong side. That means the amount is correct, the account is correct, but they have recorded on the wrong side. That means the account should be credited, they have been debited. The account which should be debited, they have recorded on the credit side. So they have messed up with the sides. So I'll do an example. Purchase goods on cash 10,000, was credited to purchaser's account and debited to cash account. Purchased on 23rd of January, and the error was found on 31st January. So I'll show you how to do the workings and how to record them in the journal. Okay, so normally I'll show you when you purchase goods, okay, it increases the purchasers, so it will be recorded in the purchasers account. Here they have done the purchasers on cash, so it will be recorded in the cash account. So what the normal entry is, when you purchase good, it will be debited to the purchasers account and it will be credited to the cash account. Okay, so when you purchase on cash, the actual double entry is purchasers goes up, so purchasers account will be debited, cash goes down, so cash will be credited. So this is the actual double entry. This is the way to record. But according to these transactions, what they have done, they have credited the purchasers account 10,000. That means 23rd of January, they have credited 10,000 as cash to the purchasers, and they have debited to the cash account 23rd June as purchasers 10,000. So now you can see the actual entry is the purchaser should be debit and the cash should be credit, but mistakenly the bookkeeper, they have messed up and they have written on the wrong side. So this 10,000 which does not belongs to the purchaser's credit side, you have to cancel this 10,000. So to cancel this 10,000, you will be recording 10,000, and to cancel this debit entry 10,000, you will be crediting 10,000. So what happens here? The same thing, they have found the error on 31st January. Here it will be cash and it will be purchases. So what happens when you recorded debit side 10,000 and credit side 10,000 in cash and purchases? You can see this 10,000 will cancel each other. So here the first 10,000 will be recorded on the opposite side to cancel. Okay, so this will be recorded to cancel. Okay, so we cancel the error. Now what you have to do, after you cancel the error, now you have to correctly enter. Now to correctly enter, again another 1,000 or another 10,000 should be recorded to record the correct transaction. That means here also another 10,000 should be credited and 10,000 should be debited. Okay, so the first 10,000 will be recorded on the opposite side to cancel. Okay, so the purchasers was debited by 10,000 and cash was credited by 10,000 to cancel, because this 10,000 does not belongs to the books or T accounts. So to cancel, you have to record on the other side. Then the other 10,000 will be recorded to enter the transaction correctly. So again purchaser should be debited as cash. This is to record correctly. And again another 10,000 should be credited to the cash account to record correctly. Okay, so altogether to cancel 10,000 should be debited, to record another 10,000 should be debited. So altogether the double entry, when you are writing in the journal entry, altogether the purchasers has to debit by 20,000, 10,000 to cancel and another 10,000 to record, and cash account will be credited altogether 20,000. So purchase goods on cash for 10,000, which should be recorded on the purchase debit and cash credit, but instead of that mistakenly they have recorded in the opposite side. So you need two entries. First entry, first you have to record on the opposite side 10,000 to cancel, okay, then again another 10,000 should be recorded to record the transaction correctly. So altogether 10,000, 10,000. To correct the error, 20,000 should be debited to the purchaser's account and cash account 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 to cancel and another 10,000 to record correctly. So altogether cash should be recorded or credited by 20,000. So the narrative will be purchase goods on cash 10,000 recorded on the wrong side, now corrected. Okay, so complete reversal of entry means where you record the correct amount in the correct accounts but on the wrong side of the accounts. Okay, so here you purchased 10,000 where you have to debit purchase but and credit the cash account, but instead of that the bookkeeper has written on the wrong side. Okay, now we'll do the other transaction, error of omission. The word omission means not recorded, omitted. That means the whole transaction has not been recorded in the books. So error of omission. Okay, so the total completely the transaction has been omitted or not recorded. It's an easy one. Example, rent paid on cash, $1,000 has completely omitted from the books. That means the total, the rent paid on cash, totally the whole transaction has not been recorded. So what you have to do as workings, you just have to record it. So 2 T accounts you need. Okay, 2 T accounts. So the whole transaction has been omitted or not recorded. So when you paid rent on cash, rent account, it affects rent account and cash account. Rent account will be debited. Okay, the error was found on 31st March. They did on 10th of March. Okay, so error was found on 31st March. So rent increases, so rent account should be debited, and 31st March cash account should be credited. That means totally the transaction has been misplaced or omitted. So here what you have to do, cash, here you have to write as rent. That is an easy error. So how to record the journal entry? The error was found on 31st March. To correct the error, you have to debit the rent account and you have to credit the cash account. The amount will be 1,000. And the narrative will be rent paid on cash was omitted from the books was omitted from the books now recorded. Okay, so errors of omission means a total transaction has been misplaced or omitted, completely omitted or completely not recorded in the book. So what you have to do is, to correct the error, you have to enter it properly. Now next transaction, next error, errors of commission. Errors of commission means where you have recorded the correct amount but in wrong person's account. For an example, P. Pereira's one you have recorded in D. Pereira's, or P. Piri's amount you have recorded in P. Piri's account. Like that, the wrong person's account if you have recorded mistakenly, that error is coming under errors of commission. See, this is where correct amount is entered but in wrong person's account. So I'll be doing one example. Paid P. Pereira 1,000 on cash, was correctly entered in cash book or cash account, but mistakenly recorded in D. Pereira's account. Okay, so the workings. And the journal entry. Okay, so what has happened? The actual entry, I'll show you the actual entry. When you paid P. Pereira, P. Pereira's account, P. Pereira is a trade payable, so his account should be debited, and when you pay using cash, cash account should be credited. So the entry which should be recorded in the cash account correctly entered, but instead of P. Pereira, they have recorded in D. Pereira's. That means we'll assume 10th of June. 10th of June, error was found on 31st June. Okay, so 10th of June, when they paid P. Pereira, they have correctly credited to the cash account, but without recording it in the P. Pereira, they have mistakenly P. Pereira, they have recorded in D. Pereira's account 1,000 as cash. Okay, so mistakenly instead of P. Pereira, they have recorded in D. Pereira. So D. Pereira debit entry is not, shouldn't be there, shouldn't be entered. So you have to cancel it off. So to cancel, what you have to do the opposite of that. If they have debited, then to cancel you have to credit. If it's there in the credit side, to cancel it you have to debit. So in D. Pereira, it's on the debit side. So to cancel it, it was found on 30th June. You have to credit it. And this one you are recording to cancel. So correctly to enter, you have to debit P. Pereira. So here 30th June, here as details you have to write D. Pereira because the error was happened with D. Pereira's account, and in D. Pereira's you have to write P. Pereira. Okay. So here this one you are writing to record correctly. Okay. So the amount that you paid for P. Pereira was correctly entered in the cash book, but instead of debiting P. Pereira, they have debited D. Pereira. So this 1,000 does not belongs to P. Pereira's account. So you have to cancel it. To cancel, you have to credit 10,000 as P. Pereira. To cancel only, you are recording on the credit side. So to correctly enter, you have to debit the P. Pereira's account. So to correct the error, the journal entries, the error was found on 30th and was corrected on that day. So P. Pereira, to enter correctly, P. Pereira's account was debited by 1000, and to cancel, D. Pereira's account was credited by 1000. Okay, so you paid, the business paid to P. Pereira. So cash entry was recorded correctly, but instead of P. Pereira, they have recorded in D. Pereira. So to correct the error, P. Pereira was debited by 1000 and D. Pereira was credited by 1000. That is error of commission. Then our last error is compensating errors. Compensating errors occurs when two or more than two errors will set off or cancelled off by two other errors. Okay. So compensating errors. That means, for an example, in both purchase day book and sales day book there is an error. So if those two amounts are exact, 900, same amount has been there as the error, then you can cancel it off and you can correct the error. For an example, okay, now the last one, compensating errors, where two transactions will or two errors set off with each other. Now for an example, the purchase day book total has overstated, that means they have added 200, and sales day book total also has overstated by 200. So same amount is error. So the workings will be okay. So purchase day book, that means we are correcting in purchase accounts. So purchase, the error relates with purchase account and revenue account or sales account. Okay. So what has happened according to this error, overstated, that means purchasers are on the debit side. So now for an example, it should be 800, but they have recorded as 1000 in the purchases. That means 200 overstated or overvalued. So that 200 which they have overstated, we can record as balance. Okay, that 200 should be cancelled from the purchases. And revenue balance, that also overvalued or overstated by 200. So revenue will be on the credit side. So these two errors which has happened on the opposite side, purchase error is on the debit side, revenue error is on the credit side. So opposite side and the same value. So errors like this, when they occurred, you can correct it by setting them off or by cancelling them off. So to correct the error, this 200 overvalued or overstated which is on the purchaser's account, you have to cancel. So if error is there on the debit side, so to cancel, what you have to do, you have to credit it. So the error was found on 30th June. So 30th June, the overstated value which has been 200, should be cancelled. So revenue overstated 200, which is on the credit side. To cancel, you have to debit that. Okay, so here you can write purchasers because you set off with the purchasers. In purchasers account, you can write revenue. Okay, so this error type occurs when the exact amount of errors are there in two different account but in opposite sides. So those two same amount, if they are able to set off or cancel each other, then we are correcting, or that error is coming under compensating errors. Then to correct that, what you have to do, you have to record them on the opposite of the T accounts. Now purchasers has been overvalued by 200. Purchasers are on the debit side, so that overvalued 200 to cancel, you have to credit that 200. Revenue is there on the credit side and it is also overvalued, so that 200 should be cancelled. So it will be debited to the revenue account. So to correct the compensating error which was found on 30th June, what you have to do, you have to debit the revenue account and you have to credit the purchasers account. Okay, so 200, 200. So compensating errors means 2 or more than 2 errors will cancel with another 2 or more errors. Those errors are called compensating errors. So according to this example, the purchase day book as well as the sales day book has been overvalued by 200. So both are overvalued and both are overvalued by the same amount. So what you have to do, purchases will be recorded on the debit side and revenue will be recorded on the credit side. So 200 has been overvalued, so that amount should be cancelled. So from purchasers, the overvalued 200 to cancel, you have to credit the purchasers account. Revenue to overvalued 200 to cancel, you have to debit the revenue account. So to correct the error, what you have to do, you have to debit the revenue account by 200 and purchaser should be credited by 200. So these errors happened in two different accounts but the same amount and opposite side. Because of that only we call compensating. That means they both errors compromise with each other. That's why it's called compensating errors. So in this video we learned the errors not affecting the trial balance. We finished all errors. There were 7 errors: errors of transposition, errors of original entry, errors of principal, complete reversal of entries, error of omission, error of commission and compensating errors. So I hope that you understood all the errors and how to correct them. In the next video I'll be teaching you all the errors which is affecting the trial balance. That means when those errors occur, the trial balance that you are making won't get tallied. So if one of these out of 7 of these errors, if one of these errors are occurred, but even though your trial balance that you are making will get tallied. So I hope you understood what are these types of errors and how it affects and how to correct them using the journal entries. So I hope you all understood, and I'll be teaching the other type of errors and how to correct them in the next video. Thank you children, and God bless you.